Volunteering is a way to change many people's lives, including your own. What is better than knowing that you have helped change a life by volunteering your time and effort? An organization that I hold very dear to my heart is Habitat for Humanity. Many different talents and efforts are essential in this organization, and I would like to share my personal involvement with you. Members of Habitat for Humanity are very diverse, but all have the same common goal. That goal is to fundraise and build a home for a very deserving family. Habitat for Humanity is a nonprofit Christian housing ministry, and its main goal is to eliminate poverty, housing, and homelessness from the world. Millard Fuller wrote in his book, More Than Houses, that this organization will raise funds, recruit volunteers, and provide procedures and expertise to develop around the world a better habitat for God's people in need. Habitat also rebuilds homes that have been destroyed in hurricanes, tornadoes, and very harsh storms. This organization also helps rebuild malnourished homes. Fuller and Scott said that Habitat for Humanity was founded to provide decent homes for disadvantaged people. Habitat works in many different parts of the world. As a volunteer in high school, I was able to experience a very emotional event in the life of Brenda Cook and her young son, Cole. Imagine yourself having to live on the side of the road with nowhere to go when it rains, or no fire to sit in front of in the cold. Have you ever wanted to get involved in an organization that could touch people's lives? 4 years ago, I was part of a group that helped start the first chapter of Habitat for Humanity at my high school. Together, we raised $50,000 and built a house in our first year. We were also recognized by the city of Vestavia Hills as Citizens of the Year. Being able to be part of the actual construction and backbone of the house touched me in more ways than one. We were building a house for a family that would most likely not have one without our help. Little Cole had a birthday during the process of building their home. So many of us brought presents for him and were able to help celebrate with him. You could see the happiness in the faces of each volunteer as they knew that they were about to change the lives of this family. Many citizens want to help volunteer but may not know how to get involved. Habitat for Humanity is an independent, locally run, nonprofit organization. Donations provide the most support, and volunteer labor helps get the job done. Fuller wrote in the book No More Shacks that by using our hammers, we are acting out love and partnership with the families who would soon occupy their new homes. The labor that goes into building a house is not only fulfilling, but is also very gruesome and harsh work. Sweat and tears are put into each house, but each effort never outweighs the emotional outcome. Betty Young said in her book, The House That Love Built, that he didn't want people for their money. He asked for the sweat of their brows. The volunteers that help out with this organization are incredible servants. One of the easiest ways to help out is to go to the www.habitat.org and donate money online. Habitat for Humanity gives families the ability to live together under one roof and be able to grow closer together. Many people in the world have to pay housing bills that are too high, and Habitat works to provide affordable houses to these families with this exact problem. Francis Romero wrote in his Time article that Habitat for Humanity has built nearly 300,000 no-interest homes for about 1.5 million people worldwide. Most Habitat homeowners donate their time and hard work to help build houses for people who are in their same situation. They also sign up to spend a certain amount of hours on their own home. Ways to help raise money can be as simple as collecting old discarded cell phones. I was a fundraising chairman for the Vestavia Hills High School Habitat for Humanity. Here I distributed collection receptacles around the community, for example, in grocery stores and service stations. We posted signs throughout the community to notify citizens where they could donate their unused cell phones while letting them know that this was a Habitat for Humanity fundraiser. Every week I would go around and pick up the generous donations from the community from these locations and send them to the Phone Fund Corporation. Phone Fund even provided FedEx postages for the cell phones we sent to them. In return, they would send a check that would go towards our community project. This was an extremely successful and easy way to raise money. Habitat for Humanity organizations around the world build many houses for deserving underprivileged families. Volunteers experience an incredible outcome that you only experience through this organization. Seeing the reaction of the homeowners' faces after they see the final product makes you thankful to be associated with such a worthwhile organization. Habitat for Humanity will gladly accept donations and volunteer work from anyone who is interested. No experience required. Through dedication, desire, and donations, Habitat for Humanity designs many houses to help establish a home for those who would never be able to live this part of the American dream.